before the magnificent towers of Angkor Wat reached for the heavens, and long before the Khmer Empire dominated Southeast Asia, two powerful kingdoms laid the very foundation of Khmer identity. These were Funan and Chenla. Their stories are far older than many realize, filled with vibrant trade, profound culture, spiritual belief, and the first brilliant spark of Khmer civilization. Let's journey back nearly 2,000 years to witness the dawn of the first Khmer kingdoms. Around the 1st century CE, the land we now know as Cambodia was a lush tapestry of rivers, dense forests, and bustling coastal trading posts. Small, scattered Khmer communities thrived along the Mekong Delta. They were skilled farmers, fishermen, and pioneers of early rice cultivation. Their lives were interwoven with the currents of the wider world. Traveling merchants from India, China, and the Malay archipelago brought more than just goods. They brought new ideas, concepts like writing systems, architectural styles, religious philosophies, and the art of statecraft began to merge with ancient Khmer traditions. From this dynamic fusion, a new and powerful civilization was beginning to take shape. Out of this cultural melting pot, the first organized Khmer kingdom in recorded history was born. Funan. Ancient Chinese historical texts paint a picture of Funan as a mighty coastal empire, its influence stretching across vast trade routes. While its origins are shrouded in legends of mystical unions between foreign princes and local dragon princesses, historians agree on its core identity. Funan was built by the early Khmer people. They established strong leadership, forged a complex society, and projected their influence across Southeast Asia. Funan was, above all, a hub of maritime trade. Its ports were alive with ships from distant lands, exchanging silks, spices, metals, and ideas. To support its growing population, Funan became famous for its advanced system of irrigated agriculture, a testament to its engineering prowess. The kingdom was renowned for its extensive network of canals, which served not only for farming but also as vital arteries for transport and trade. It was the first Khmer state to adopt a written script, a crucial tool for administration and recording history. While heavily influenced by Indian culture, particularly in religion and governance, Funan remained deeply Khmer in its soul, its beliefs, and its spirit. The kings of Funan solidified their rule through divine symbolism, presenting themselves as worldly connections to the gods. Their merchants, acting as cultural ambassadors, traveled as far as the courts of India and the imperial capital of China. This kingdom was the first great flame of the Khmer world, a beacon of power and prosperity. As the centuries passed, Funan's maritime dominance began to wane. Around the 6th century, a new Khmer power started to rise, not from the coast, but from the inland mountains and fertile river valleys. This was the kingdom of Chenla. It's crucial to understand that Chenla was not a foreign conquest or a replacement for Funan. It was a continuation, a natural evolution of Khmer culture, expanding from the highlands down into the Great Plains. Chenla was essentially a kingdom of two parts, each with its own character. First, there was Land Chenla, or Chenla of the mountains. This region, located in what is now northern and central Cambodia, was characterized by its rolling hills, dense forests, and the construction of some of the earliest stone temple structures. These pre-Angkorian sanctuaries, though simpler than their later counterparts, were sacred spaces that marked the landscape with spiritual power. Then, there was Water Chenla, or Chenla of the rivers, situated in the lowlands along the mighty Mekong and the life-giving Tonle Sap Lake. This was a land of immense agricultural wealth. It was a world of sprawling rice fields, intricate canals, and bustling waterways, inheriting and expanding upon the engineering knowledge of Funan together. These two regions of Chenla worked to strengthen and unify Khmer culture. They pioneered the building of stone sanctuaries, moving from perishable materials like wood to enduring monuments of faith. They developed and codified early Hindu-Brahmanic rituals, which would become central to the concept of Khmer kingship for centuries to come. They expanded the agricultural systems, ensuring the kingdom's food, security, and prosperity. Most importantly, Chenla succeeded in unifying Khmer political power under a single authority, setting the stage for a truly centralized state. It was during the time of Chenla that the foundation for divine kingship was firmly laid, a belief system where rulers were seen as living intermediaries between the earthly realm and the celestial gods. The remarkable achievements of both Funan and Chenla were not lost to history. Instead, they created the essential platform for one of the greatest empires in the history of Asia, the Khmer Empire of Angkor. Think of it as building a grand palace. Funan laid the foundation. It gave the Khmer people the blueprint for international trade networks, the tools for sophisticated farming systems, and the experience of cultural exchange. It provided the earliest models of governance and state structure. Then, Chenla built upon that foundation, raising the walls and pillars of the palace. It contributed the mastery of temple construction in stone, the development of a complex religious and political ideology, and the crucial element of political unity over a vast territory. Chenla expanded the Khmer world, both physically and culturally. Together, these two pioneering kingdoms forged the identity of the Khmer civilization. They cultivated the skills, the beliefs, and the ambition that would one day empower their descendants to build the architectural wonders of Angkor Wat, the sprawling city of Angkor Thom, and the hundreds of other magnificent stone temples that still dot the landscape of Cambodia today. The story of Funan and Chenla is more than just the beginning of Khmer history. It is the story of the beginning of Khmer greatness. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey back in time. If you found this story fascinating, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more explorations into the ancient world. See you next time.